going on, guys? So yeah, it's a beautiful day out here. I was just out for a little bit of a bike ride. Went to the car wash and cleaned off the bike. And anyways, I just I want to do a follow-up video on a video that I put out a couple weeks ago. I was talking about some custom in-ear monitors, and I want to do it before I got off the bike, because I was thinking about some things in my head as I was driving and wanted to get them out before I forgot what I was going to say. So basically, as a follow-up, I had a set of custom in-ear monitors from a company called Waves that I had ordered back in the fall time. Had used them a couple of times when ended up having a cable issue. One of my animals, my cats, ate through the cable, and so I went and ordered a new cable when I got the replacement in and tried putting the new cable in. I noticed that one of the ears wasn't working, which was the right side. Reached out to Waves. They were kind enough to tell me they would go ahead and give me a shipping label to send it back. After I had gotten off the phone with them, I had messed around with it a little bit, got it to work. So I've been in troubleshooting with electronics for a long time, and I know that there's no point in really sending it in if it's working at the moment, just to have it come back and then something else happens. So I told them, hey, I'm just gonna hold on to them. A couple weeks go by, and I play mostly for my church, and we have a service that we call First Wednesday, which is the first Wednesday of every month, hence the name. And we just basically do 8 to 10 worship songs, a little bit of prayer, and get through practice. Everything was working fine, and then as soon as I got ready to start the service, that right ear went out again. Didn't have time to really mess with it that week. That was leading up to Good Friday, Easter Sunday, which are two huge services for us. They ended up working fine for Good Friday. I was able to get it to work again. It worked fine for Easter Sunday. And then the following week, the ear went out right in the middle, right at the end of our run through, right before service again. So that was a little frustrating. And then again, I think I ended up getting it to work. And then this past week, same thing happened. Right in the beginning of service, ended up having an issue and was forced to use one ear because I didn't bring my backups on that service. So a little frustrating. Long story short, I reached out to Waves again, and I will say this, that each time that I've sent them an email, I have pretty much gotten an immediate response within the hour. I think there was one time when he called me back the next day, and that was because the guy who does all the responses and stuff, he was out on the lake that day or something, which totally understandable. I wouldn't be answering phone calls and emails if I was out on the boat either. So anyways, so I emailed them, was like, hey, having issues again, and I mean within like 20 minutes he had called me back. And what we ended up deciding to do was we were going to replace the IEMs. One other issue I was having was the treble, the highs were that last week before it went out again, just really, really bright, just like super, super, super high, screechy kind of really bad sound. So I'm just wondering if maybe that was just a faulty driver in there. Maybe somehow something got messed up, and that's maybe why I was having connection issues. I don't know. But they have agreed to go ahead and just remake them again for me. And in the process, I think I had ordered a 4-driver set, and I ended up deciding to go ahead and just do just kind of move it up to their 6-driver option, as they're going to remake them anyways. So that's kind of what's going on. Just sent them off. They should be back at the company sometime tomorrow. It'll take them a couple weeks to kind of remake them and send them out. So hopefully when I get them back, that'll be the last of the problems. I'm one of those people that kind of believes that, look, even the best companies out there will have some products that from time to time mess up. When it comes to electronics, nothing's perfect. My bigger concern is whether or not that company will stand by their product and fix things when something does go wrong. And in that aspect, Waves has been absolutely great. Their communication has been top notch. The guy that I've been corresponding with, his name is Harold. I believe he's the owner's father, who, you know, is retired but just helps his son's company, at least from what I understand. But he's been fantastic. So, you know, even though I've had some issues with this set, and I think it's just kind of one of those things that it just happens. I wish I didn't, you know, but and it can be frustrating when you're in the middle of dealing with it. But they have been absolutely fantastic in following up and trying to find a way to resolve my issues. And so that alone would make me want to work with them again or buy another product from them, just simply because of how great they've been to resolve the issue. So, you know, if you guys are looking into a set of custom IEMs, you know, I'll do a third video once I get the new ones in, after I've had them for, you know, a couple weeks and had a chance to break them in and make sure everything's good. You know, by the way they stand by their products, I wouldn't be afraid to check them out. So anyways, just wanted to do a follow up on that. You guys have a good one.